Hey, future aviators! Welcome to Brightifyme Academy. Your journey to the cockpit starts right now. Stay tuned, stay motivated, and thank you for being here. Let's fly high.
Hey there! If you're an aspiring aviation professional in India, you've probably spent some time wrestling with one huge question. Should you go for a DGCA certification or an EASA one? It's a decision that can really set the course for your entire career. So in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly what you need to consider.
So this is the big one, isn't it? Which certification is actually better? It's a debate you see online, you hear it in classrooms, but the truth is there's no single right answer. It's not about which one is objectively superior, it's about which one is right for you and your specific situation. By the end of this, you'll have a simple framework to figure that out.
All right, first things first. Before we can even start weighing the pros and cons, let's get crystal clear on what we're talking about. Who are these organizations that hold the keys to your career in the cockpit? On one hand, you've got the DGCA, the Directorate General of Civil Aviation. This is India's National Aviation Authority, the governing body for aviation within the country. On the other hand, there's EASA, the European Union Aviation Safety Agency. As the name suggests, it sets the standards for Europe, but its influence is global, with many countries recognizing its certification. Right away, you can see the difference in scope, and that's a really critical piece of the puzzle.
Okay, now let's get down to brass tacks. We can talk all day about career goals and global ambitions, but for most people, there's a very immediate factor that often makes the decision for them: the cost. Just take a look at this number. An EASA-approved course can set you back anywhere from 10 to 20 lakh rupees. That is a serious investment. And, as the research for this explainer shows, it's not the kind of loan that most people can just easily get. This slide lays out the first and, honestly, the most important filter in your decision. Just ask yourself, is my budget a major hurdle? If the answer is yes, then the decision is pretty much made for you. The DGCA route is your most practical path forward. If the answer is no, and you have that financial flexibility, then we can start to consider the EASA option.
Let's just pause on this for a second because it's so important. For the majority of aspiring aviation pros in India, financial reality is the deciding factor. If you're not in a strong financial position starting out, the path forward is clear. DGCA is the practical, smart choice. There's no ambiguity there at all.
All right, so let's say you've cleared that financial hurdle and both options are genuinely on the table for you. Now we move on to the second crucial factor, your ambition. Where in the world do you see yourself working?
This table really spells out the career landscape. A DGCA license is your key to India's rapidly growing aviation industry. However, its international recognition is limited. On the other hand, an EASA license is pretty much designed for global mobility. It opens doors across Europe, the Middle East, and many other regions that value its rigorous standards. Think about it. Major Middle Eastern airlines, a popular destination for Indian professionals, often prioritize EASA standards. That's the global mobility we're talking about.
So, we've looked at the two most important factors that are going to shape your decision. Now, let's pull it all together into a simple framework to help you make that final call.
At the end of the day, your choice rests on these two pillars. First, and most importantly, is your budget. That's the gatekeeper. Second is your career ambition. Do you want to build your career in India's thriving aviation market, or are your eyes on international skies? Your honest answers to these two questions will lead you to the right choice.
Ultimately, there is no single best certification. There's only what's best for your circumstances. We've given you the framework, budget, and career goals. Now the final question is yours to answer. Which path is the right one for your flight?